Welcome back to Universe X, and today's video we'll be going over the blue cards, giving my thoughts on them for the Draft Box 6 Giant Force. And honestly, like always, in the description there will be a link to the original video where Bandai gifted content creators with a chance to have the first crack at revealing these cards. So for this one, it is a Saibamen. Very, 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 very flavorful because, dude, I mean, it's in the name and you'll see it with the first card we go over. So, I hope you guys enjoy, and without further ado, let's get right into the screen cap. Alright then, so, this is the start of the blue, and like I said, it's really flavorful that they gave Saibamen, or the Saibamen, the start for this one. So, Cyberman Infinite Swarm. It's a natural 2-drop, and +1, activate main, play 1 Cyberman token, 5,000 power, 0 combo cost, 5,000 combo power. -1, activate main. Remove one of your Cyberman tokens from the game. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with energy cost of 2 or less and place it at the bottom of the owner's deck. Look, if anybody has a problem with me not going into why this card is not a good card, just let me know, and I will come up with a 2-minute video explaining why this card is not a good card. But until then, we're just gonna move on. Bardock, Great Ape Assault. Double Strike, Blocker. EX Evolve. For 2 blue. On a blue Bardock with an energy cost of 2 or more. Now, permanent. When using this card's Evolve skill from your hand, you may choose battle cards from your energy and play this card in active mode. Wild. Auto, if your leader card is a blue sand card, when a card in your energy evolves into this card, draw 1 card, and then at the end of the turn, switch this card to active mode and place the top card of your deck into your energy in rest mode. So, let's go over this one. This is actually really wild. If you guys played the old Vegeta deck that did this, this is probably something that's not going to be not familiar to you. However, this guy is pretty freaking awesome. He can evolve from your energy, so for the most part, he's fairly safe. Like, the evolve target is fairly safe. And the other cool part is that he's an EX evolve for 2, and he plays himself in active mode. So what this means is he's essentially EX evolve for 1. You're going to be able to tap the Bardock in your energy as well as 1 other blue energy. Evolve on that Bardock, okay, in active mode. So it's a 1 energy almost. He's going to come back to you. You're going to draw a card and then take the top card of your deck and put it in rest mode. So you're going to even out on energy over the course of the turn. You're just going to be -1 energy, but essentially you paid 2 energy for this guy. It's a really, really cool mechanic, and this guy's very, very, very strong. So the fact that he also switches the fact that on the turn he comes out, he can still swing for 20k double strike and then untap himself and draw a card and replace himself. That's wonderful. Now after that, he's going to have to choose between swinging and untapping, or swinging and blocking, which is just normal. That's just the normal way of the game. But for the time being, he's a very, very, very powerful card the turn he comes down. He's a very good card. I like it a lot. Next, Bardock, the Final Spark. So you've got permanent. This skill cannot be negated in any area, and this card cannot be played from any area using skills. If your leader card is blue sand card, when this card is KO'd by an opponent's skill, place this card in your energy from a drop area. Okay, so he cannot be cheated out. Okay, he cannot be cheated out. This card cannot be played from any area using skills, so he can only be hard casted. However, if he is KO'd, a 2-drop 15k, if he is KO'd, he goes to your energy. Okay, well, place this card in your energy, from your drop area, so he will replenish himself. On top of that, and unfortunately it is by skill, so they can't just swing into it. If they swing into it, he's staying in the grave. So I kind of want to charge this more than I want to run that risk, because he is 15k, kind of easy to get over. But it is really cool that he does have that recursion effect. On top of that, this is the dude. This is the starting dude. This is the Bardock that's 2 or more. You can evolve from your energy. I'm sure there'll be more. So anyway, moving over, you got the generic 30k vanilla. Not much to say about that. It's Bardock, so I guess that's cool. Now you've got King Vegeta, Great Ape Assault. Alrighty then. Triple Strike. Evolve 3 blue on King Vegeta. Okay? And permanent. When using this card's Evolve skill from your hand, you may choose battle cards from your energy and play this card in active mode. See? The theme is here. When this card is played, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and return to the owner's hand. Now, I will say, This is a very good draft box card. I'm not sure how good competitively, or how good of a card this is competitively. Triple Strike in 25k is big. However, he does not have Deflect, and he doesn't ignore Barrier. So this guy's going to come in, and he's going to be susceptible to anything, and you just paid 3 energy for him. So that's a little bit rough. Moving forward, you got King Vegeta the Distrustful. He's a 3-drop blue, okay? And Deflect, that's neat. Auto, when this card is played, choose up to 1 blue unison card in your unison area or drop area, return to its owner's hand. Then at the end of the turn, switch up to 1 of your mono blue energy to active mode. Okay. Auto, choose 1 mono blue card in your hand, discard it. When your opponent attacks, negate the attack and negate the skill for the game. Okay, so as long as he stays on board, he is going to be a negate. Okay, that's really, really neat. And the fact that he technically costs 3, but he's going to refund you 1 energy. So you're going to have an energy open to be able to do things in blue, which is going to involve a lot of negating if your opponent doesn't have that dumb card that just takes, well, 1 of your life and 1 of your energy, stuff like that. So he's cool. He's got Deflect. He's negating a stick if they don't remove him beforehand, and he's going to be able to refund 1 of your energy. That's solid. That's solid for a draft box card. You got Vegeta, the Young Elite. He's a 2-drop. Auto once per turn. Add 1 card from your life to your hand, and when this card attacks, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, energy costs 4 or less, return it to his hand, and then switch this card to active mode. Now, this is actually really strong. Like, being a 2-drop, it seems a little odd because normally you see effects on 1-drops, but with the ability that returns a 4 cost or higher to your, or a lower to your opponent's hand, and then brings him attack mode, that's pretty cool. So for 2 energy, you're going to replace him in hand by gaining a card from life if he gets to swing. You're going to bounce a card from your opponent's hand, and you're going to get 2 15Ks off. So this card is actually really good pressure. I like this card, and there's going to be some cards that have trouble, or blue leaders that have trouble awakening, that will slot this guy right in there. Even in Soul Striker, you're going to want to play your unisons, but just in a deck like that, if we ever get another leader that untaps sort of on similar links, this guy's crazy because he's a 1-drop that allows you to swing twice for 15k. That's pressure off of anything else. So that's cool. This is a really, really strong card, I think. Next, all these guys were put under Universe Survival Saga. You might want to fix that. But Tora, Great Ape Assault. So he's got blocker. He's 2 blue to evolve into Tora. He can evolve from your energy like all the other ones. Then Auto, at the end of your turn, switch his card to active mode. Auto, if your leader card is blue, as a blue sand card, when this card is KO'd by opponent scale, place this card in your energy from your drop area. Okay, now this is where it starts to get very interesting. So 2 blue, and just like Bardock, he's going to be able to play himself and or tap himself in your energy and play himself in active mode. So he's going to take 2 energy, but yeah, only really affecting it by 1. Then when, or taking 1 out, he doesn't replace himself like Bardock. That's what makes Bardock the SR and the leader of the bunch. But he's going to be able to poke for 20k each turn and then untap himself. So unlike Bardock with the double strike, he will be able to swing every turn and come back up. Now, if your leader card is a blue sand, when this card is KO'd by an opponent's skill placing energy, that's very neat because at 20k, you're most likely going to remove him by effect than you are to swing over him. So that's probably going to happen. I like that a lot. Little subtle ramp, Now you got the Tora. Bardock's crewmate. Now Tora, he's a 2-drop auto. When this card is used in a combo against your opponent's turn, or in your opponent's turn, choose up to 1 Bardock's crew in your battle area, switch to active mode. So if you do decide to swing with your Bardock Great Ape, you can combo with this guy and untap him. You could combo on this guy on an 8 blocker to prevent them from dying, and then untap your other blocker. I like a lot. You got Fasha, Great Ape Assault, same thing, unique. So she's unique because she has critical, but she only costs 1 to evolve. She's a 20k. So they wanted to make sure you can just flood the board with criticals. But she can evolve from energy as well, and her auto skill is when your leader is a blue sand card, when a card in your energy evolves into this card, if you have less energy than your opponent, add the top card of your deck to your energy in rest mode. Now, this is awesome, okay? Like, this is literally awesome. The plays you can do with this, if I'm not mistaken, you could be on 1 energy and have it be a Fasha. Swing with your leader, okay? When you swing with your leader, you can afterwards play the Fasha. It comes out, slams, all right? Now, it evolves from the energy, so you play that. Now, if you have less energy than your opponent, you replenish that energy in rest mode, Okay, you're still gonna have the rest energy regardless, but you're gonna have a 20k crit on board that's swung that turn and still have an energy. Or if you're going second, you know, you can like, this is just neat. This keeps you up with your opponent in terms of energy. There's no losses here as long as you're, you know, not stacked over them. And I like that a lot. There's a lot of cool play they can play with this card. I am kind of seeing a weird theme where you have like kind of an A/B scheme. Like if you draw all Tauras but all Fascia Apes, you won't be able to evolve from your energy, and that kind of sucks. But, you know, to each his own. Just got some powerful effects here. 1-drop, Fascia, Bardock's Crewmate, Auto, Burst 2. If your leader card is a blue sand card and you add 1 card from your life to your hand, when this card attacks, it gains 10,000 power until the end of turn. And if your leader card is a blue Bardock card, add to 1 card from your life to your hand. Cool. So this is going to push Awakening very fast in the Bardock deck, because you're going to be able to swing, take a life, burst 2, take another life, and it's going to swing for 15k. You only need to see 2 of these cards, or have this card on the field for more than 1 turn, but I doubt they're going to leave it. That's a free leader swing, free draw. But you only need to have this card on the board for 2, or see 2 copies of this card to be awakened, and that's really, really powerful. Burst 2 kind of is weird. It's the only burst effect I've so far seen in this deck, but it is what it is. Shoe Gash, Great Ape Assault. Blocker, EX Evolve like normal, evolving from energy. When this card is KO'd, choose up to 1 blue Bardock's card, or Bardock's Crew card with energy cost 5 or less in your hand, and play it with a skills negated for the turn. Okay, this is really cool because this guy actually can just be KO'd, period. You can put him in the way of something and cheat in something else. We like those cards. This is an enabler, and all you gotta do is evolve into it. Very nice. Then you've got the Shugash, Bardock's Crewmate. When he attacks, draw a card. This guy is 2 cost. His effect is like a really weird, you know, what was it? Locals Pat Gohan, I guess. But it still can do work. Borgos, Greatest Ape Assault. I'm tired of talking about all these apes. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I get it. There's an ape, there's a person. No, I'm just kidding. Unique and Barrier. So he's got Unique. So you know his skill's gonna be kind of funny. He can evolve from energy. He's only cost 1 to evolve. Now, activate battle. Once per turn, choose 1 blue Bardock's Crew in your battle area other than copies of this card. Switch it to active mode. Negate that skill, the card's skills for the turn. So this is going to be interesting because you can swing with the double strike, SR Bardock, okay? And then put this Borgos to put him to attack. All right? I like that because once you put him to active, he can then block again. Or you can do things like swing with, it's an aggro enabler. You can swing with Shugesh and then untap him, letting him be open to block next turn. I like. Then you've got the Borgos himself. He is the card that is the blue hate, except he's in blue hate. So he's in blue. He's blue hate and blue. So that's kind of wild, but he's there. And then next you got Tulo. He's just a 1k, whatever. Then you got Nappa Promising Youth. Now this is interesting too. He's an EX Evolve blue Nappa Adolescence. He EX evolves onto it. He's double strike and evolves from 1 blue. On a Nappa Adolescence, I didn't realize we had this many varying ranges of Nappa. But when using this card's evolve skill from your hand, you choose battle cards from your energy and play this card in active mode. So he's the same. They all evolve from the energy. Audit. Once per turn when this card attacks, activate this skill. At the end of the turn, switch up to 1 of your blue energy to active mode. Now this is actually really neat. He's 1 blue, EX evolve, double strike, and he's going to refund energy. We like that. We like that a lot. Blue needs that. And you've got Nappa Adolescence, and he's a 20k vanilla, so it kind of ruins the viability of this card already, unless you're playing some sort of weird, like, I wish this card had an effect, because this card is actually really good, in my opinion. Scrolling down, Chilled, Greatest Pirate in the Cosmos. Alright, so we're getting some support for you Frieza lovers, Frieza clans. Unique. Auto once per turn, and he's a 3-drop, by the way, with only 1 blue required, because I think, you know, you can play this in blue-reds. Unique. Auto once per turn, when this card's attack deals damage to an opponent or removes a marker from a opponent's unison. I'm glad it makes that distinction. Play up to 1 blue skillless battle card with an energy cost of 3 or less from your deck or drop area. Then shuffle your deck if you look through it. Main, if you have 3 or more energy, choose 1 skillless battle card in your hand and discard it. Play this card from your hand. There seems to be kind of a cycle like this, because I kind of remember there being something like this in green, I believe. But it is a neat card to have, just some added vanilla. This is a bomb in draft. I'm not sure how it's going to do in constructed, but in draft this is bomb. Now you got Pirate Guard Toby. He's a 2-drop counterattack. negate the attack and play this card. When this card is KO'd, played 1 shield army token with 10,000 power. Alright, it's kind of weird. I mean, he's swinging for 15. If he gets killed, you bring out a token that's weaker. Of course, it's kind of like a sort of partial refund in the body. Pirate Guard Kabira. Counterplay. You need a 2-drop as well. Play this card, and if the battle card being played has energy cost of 3 or less, turns its owner's hand instead of being played. Auto, when this card is KO'd, play a chilled army token. Now, I kind of like this card a little bit more, especially if you have access to ramp, because he's going to be able to just, anytime you see return the hand instead, you're already in a good place because the effect's not going to go off. And it's actually pretty neat. So this card, I mean, when it's KO'd, it gives you a token. In blue, I feel like this could be decent because you get to counter card on the early game, but also make a little body to put pressure on. And then you got Riot Javelin, an SR actually. Counter attack, if your leader card is blue, negate the attack, then choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, and then you cost of 5 or less, ignoring Barrier, and return to owner's hand. This is very, very odd. But it is a powerful effect. Like, against the right decks, I can see this being a side option for blue. Like, oh, this is going to really mess them up. Okay, cool. Because not only does this negate an attack, but this could bounce over the next attack that was on their board. So this is a very powerful card. Looks beautiful, at least. If it's cheap, I'd pick it up. Because I feel like this card could do some things later on. You just need the right opponent. Then you have Flame Bullet. A counterattack, if your leader card is blue, negate the attack, then shoot up to 1 of your mono blue battle cards and switch to active mode. This is neat because this not only negates an attack, but it opens up a blocker. And so I feel like this is very much so just one of those, just like the one up there. It's not just a negate, it's a negate and then potentially stopping another attack. So, that's hot. Intersecting Fates. If your leader card is blue, look up to the top 2 cards from your deck, add up to 1 card amongst them to your hand, then place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. At the end of turn, switch up to 1 of your mono blue energy to active mode. I already spoke about this card. This card is godsend for control decks. This is scrying. This is the first like official scry card. It's unfortunately you have to put it at the bottom of your deck, but I mean you get to take a card to hand and then untap the energy you use to use it at the end of your turn. So I like this card a lot. This card is a very, very good card. Now you got the Downfall of Pride. If your leader card is blue and it's a 2-drop, if your leader card is blue, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 5 or less. Place it at the bottom of the owner's deck, then choose up to 1 of your blue Unison cards or in your Unison or drop area and return to the owner's hand. So these Unison things are kind of weird because I can't see a position where I want to bring a Unison from the field to my hand. You know? Maybe I just minused it and it's got a token left and I might want to just bring it to my hand so it doesn't get killed the next turn. But I don't know. I really don't know. But bringing it from your grave to your hand is actually really fun. That's a really cool effect. So, that is that. Those were all the blue cards. It was a little longer video. Some of the effects were a little longer. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you like the content, remember to subscribe. Help me grow the channel. And I will see you guys in the next video. So, thank you guys for watching. Later.